Hey, I'm Jazz, product specialist at greytHR. Today, we're diving into the employee onboarding module. And trust me, after this, you wouldn't want to go back to the old school hiring chaos. No more chasing paperwork, juggling emails, or wondering what's pending. With greytHR, onboarding becomes smart, seamless, and fully trackable. Let's jump in and see how we turn onboarding headaches into a smooth, automated experience. Let me get started with adding an employee. There are many ways to add a candidate, but in this video, we will follow this method. Search for Add Employee. If your rehire check is enabled, we will see the option. By filling in some basic details like name, date of birth, and PAN, Aadhaar, we can fetch the employee data if we are rehiring the candidate. Start by filling in the basic information of the candidate like name, joining date, contact details, and so on. Then add employee positions like designation, department, grade, and location. Next, move on to statutory details like PAN, Provident Fund, and include employee state insurance and labor welfare fund if needed. After that, update the payment mode and it's done. You can also upload employees in bulk. We will look into that in detail in our employee information video. Now, let's see how we can start self-onboarding for employees. Search for employee onboarding and select employees to initiate it. Before we onboard a candidate, there are 3 quick but essential setup steps. And the best part? It's a one-time job. Let's get started with company policies and forms. Every organization has policies that employees must acknowledge before joining. And traditionally, this step is the biggest bottleneck. Printing documents, scanning signatures, and constantly following up to collect completed forms. It's slow, manual, and honestly outdated. In this section, you can easily add, edit, or delete company policies at any time. Just click Create New. Now let's add a sample policy, say an attendance policy. Enter the policy name, description, serial number, and choose the appropriate policy category. In this case, General. Next, upload your policy document. If you'd like employees to view and acknowledge it via the ESS portal, just tick this checkbox. We'll talk more about ESS in another video in case you're new to it. You can also enforce the policy for selected employees. So when they log into their ESS portal, the policy will be right there, waiting to be acknowledged. Once done, hit submit and you're good to go. You can also switch to the Forms tab to add other joining forms in the same way. Enter the name, description, serial number, category, and select a form template. You can edit the form fields by dragging in the required details to be filled automatically. The form will then be ready for download and signature. Everything here is fully configurable, so you can shape the onboarding journey exactly the way your process demands. Back to onboarding setup. Now that your forms and policies are in place, let's move to the onboarding setup. From the drop-down, select the form you just uploaded. Select the employees, add form-specific instructions, and include any additional forms if required. Next, select the relevant policies. Tick this box if you want candidates to acknowledge them during onboarding. You can also add policy-specific instructions and attach any additional documents if needed. Everything here is fully customizable, so you can shape the onboarding journey exactly the way your process demands. Employee information settings. This is one of the most crucial steps in the onboarding setup. The fields you configure here will appear on the employee onboarding page, and employees will fill in their details based on this setup. You can choose which fields should be visible by ticking the display checkbox. If a field is mandatory, just tick the mandatory option. Need supporting documents? Tick the attachment box and make that mandatory too if required. greytHR also offers an Aadhaar verification feature. Just tick the verification option and greytHR will handle the validation for you. Once you've configured all the sections based on your onboarding needs, click Save and you're done. Employee document settings. This section lets you define the list of documents you want to collect, from the candidate during onboarding. You can mark documents as mandatory, edit them, or delete them anytime, full flexibility. Let's create one together, say an employee relieving certificate. Just choose the document category, add a short description, and select whether it's mandatory or optional. Then hit create and save. And that's it. Your one-time onboarding setup is complete. Of course, you can always update it later based on your evolving needs. Now let's move back to the employee onboarding page and click on Initiate Onboarding. Employee receives a welcome email with everything they need: onboarding instructions, ESS portal link, username, and a quick way to get started. They simply click Let's get started, set a password, and they're in. Fast, secure, and hassle-free. What the employee fills in. Once they log in, employees can start by uploading their profile photo and filling in their personal details, address, and educational qualifications. All mandatory sections must be completed before they can proceed. Next, they enter their previous employment details, followed by bank account information and statutory details. For the IFSC code, if they're unsure, they can simply search for the bank name to fetch it easily. They'll then enter ID details like PAN, Aadhaar, or passport and ensure the names match official records. Add family details. Employees can first add their family members, entering names, relationships, and other basic details. Step 2. Nomination details. In the next section, they can use these family records to assign nominations for EPF, EPS, ESI, and gratuity, along with setting nomination percentages for each family member. Final step, document upload and review. Lastly, employees upload the required documents. All mandatory files must be submitted to proceed. Before submitting, they'll get a quick summary view of everything they've entered. They can go back, review, and edit any section if needed. Next, they'll see a form section where they download the form, fill it, and then attach it here. They also need to acknowledge the company policies we had added. Then they click submit and their part is done. Admin review. Now the admin takes over. Head to employee onboarding under the review section to verify the submitted details. Here you can verify all submitted details, accept or reject them, add remarks, or even edit the information if necessary. Once reviewed, you can either resend the onboarding request or, if everything checks out, click submit to finalize the process. And that's it. A traditionally complex process, now simplified with just a few intuitive steps all in one place. In our next video, we'll explore employee self-service and the bulk upload onboarding feature. Click the link below in the description to connect with our awesome team, and we'll get you all set up. Have a great day.